we're live on TikTok right now. Good. Okay, everybody. So I'm also live on YouTube. So I'm live. I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok. So I'm gonna start from the beginning for the benefit of those who are live on YouTube, right? Let me talk about myself. My name is Emmanuel Abel. They call me the Bullion. I am the MD and CEO of 50 Recycling Limited, a company that is based in Port Harcourt that is into waste recycling equipment, waste recycling business training. We also train waste recycling equipment operators and all that. We also have sell properties, landed property, just empty plots of land. What we do is land banking. We buy, we allow you to appreciate, and we resell them. And then we sell waste recycling equipment. We also have lease heavy equipment and all that. So that's basically what it's a group of companies, right? We've been in business for a very long time. Yeah. I particularly went into waste recycling in 2018. Late 2018. How did my journey into waste recycling start? I think I need to put this out there. I don't think I can't remember last time I actually talked about this, but if you would bear with me, I'll just dive into that and then come back to you, right? So, how did my journey into waste recycling start? So it was one day. I used to live in the US. I'll go, I'll bring materials, I'll come back, I'll leave. There are some point I was even considering Jagba. I stayed for a longer time, but it wasn't working for me because I've never liked the idea of working two jobs, clocking in and clocking out, that kind of stuff. I always like to have my peace. So, and I'm a job creator. I've been making money for a very long time. I think I made my first living in 2004. Yeah. So, and ever since then, I've been an employer of labor. So, there in the US, it wasn't okay for me to do that kind of job. So I told them I was going back to Nigeria. So coming back, I decided to bring some goods, cars, engines, spare parts, and all that. A lot of stuff came with me. So I opened a car stand. I decided I would not be going and coming back instead of going to live abroad. But one day it rained and we had flood in my car stand. Because of that flood, we couldn't do business for the day. So I told my staff then that they should go and find a way to clear the waterway so that the flood can leave the compound and so we can start business for the day. So in doing that, they excavated a lot of plastics, sachet water, PET bottles, which are like, this thing, back in the days, you see it everywhere. You see it everywhere. Not now that it's now one big commodity that you don't see them on the floor anymore. So it was all over the drainage. So they brought out a lot of them. So when they brought them out, as at then I was already getting tired of car business because I wanted something that would give me money anytime I want. I needed something like that would give me money, something that gives me that flexibility to sell anytime I want, or something that has a very high demand. So when I saw those plastics, I was like, okay, what can we do with this waste that is coming out from the drainage? That was how I started researching, and along the line I found out that it could be recycled, and that the opportunity in recycling these materials was endless. So I decided to jump on it, and that was how my journey into waste recycling started. So I started collecting bottles, looking for people that can buy from me. It was difficult finding buyers, because then recycling was new in 2018. Recycling was new. There were very few companies that were willing to buy from you. But at the long run, I had a discussion with one of my white man friend who directed me to a company that was buying PET bottles at that time here in Port Harcourt. So I reached out to them and they said they were interested in buying my PET bottles. Apparently, that company has been exporting there. So I started making more research and I found a couple of guys that was also into the business. But I reached out to them and they were too busy. Of course, I didn't understand them why they were busy. I thought they were forming big work for me. But I reached out to them, I sent them a lot of messages and they never responded. So I decided to start learning the business myself. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I made. Trying to do it myself without finding somebody that would teach me. So I eventually took waste cycling myself, and I got ripped off. They burnt my fingers. I lost a lot of money. I made a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes cost me money. So that was how my journey started. But for me, I don't really chop my money. I don't really lose money. They don't carry my money run and all that. What's the point of going back? So no going back for me. Say it's either a yes or a yes. So I continued pushing, and that was how I started with cycling. And because I didn't have a mentor, I didn't have anyone to guide me. It made me lose money. I lost so much money. I was lucky to have a few things on ground that helped me. Even while I was losing all that amount of money, I still bounced back. Why did I lose money? I lost money because I didn't have a mentor, not because the business was not lucrative. The business was even more lucrative at that time, but I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anyone who understood how the thing works, who was willing to teach me. I reached out to people and they never got back to me. So I continued until I started making money from the business, and I decided to. Okay, that same 2018 was when I did my first supply. So when I did that first supply, I got paid. As at then, we were just buying at 20 naira per kilogram and selling at 40 naira per kilogram. So a lot of people were laughing and saying, "How can I bring myself low to go into waste cycling?" And for me, it wasn't more about. It was more like the fact that I could pick something or get people to pick something and buy them from them and then sell them was mind blowing to me. Like these are things that are littered everywhere, and I could get people to bring them to me, and then I'll buy them and add value to them and make money. So I continued. You know, some guys gossip here and there, but me, I don't be that kind of person where they listen to gossip or people will laugh at me, I don't worry. No, now once I'm in, I'm in. So thank you very Rose. Thank you very much. So once I'm in, I'm in. And I was totally committed into waste striking because I figured that the opportunity in waste striking was endless. Like I could make money, create job while also cleaning the environment. I mean, to me, it felt like an amazing idea. What could be more beautiful than that? Something that allows me to clean the environment. I'm cleaning the environment, I'm making money, and I'm creating jobs. So that meant a lot to me, and that was my drive. So I continued even when they were laughing, gossiping, and all that. My neighbors, a lot of talk, but that now don't concern me now. So I kept pushing. I kept doing what I needed to do. My YouTube life, I did. All right. Okay, so I kept pushing. 2 years into that, I started exporting plastic waste. That was in 2021. I started exporting, and so people now started seeing that I was making progress because I rented a bigger space. I went from my back of my car stand to a rented space without empty land, without fence, and then I moved to a place where there was fence. So people were seeing progress. I bought my equipment, first equipment, second equipment, third equipment. So a lot of people, and the thing is that I was sharing my story on social media. So a lot of people were following me and they were seeing that I was making progress, right? So, I was trying to tell people that there's opportunity here. So people started reaching out to me saying they want to venture into this business. They've been thinking about how to go into it. They were, so a lot of people started reaching out to me. And I started teaching free of charge there in 2021. I was teaching them free of charge. But the funny thing is that most of those people that I taught free of charge didn't take advantage of it. Most of them didn't even venture into the business. So in 2022, I started thinking of how I can monetize that knowledge because I had already made a lot of mistakes and gained a lot of knowledge and experience. And so many people were reaching out to me, and I felt that it was an opportunity. I always see opportunity in problems. So whenever you show me a problem, I don't just see a problem, I see an opportunity. So I figured that I could monetize that knowledge, teach people, they will get value, I will also get paid. Don't put back up. So I will also get paid, right? And that was how the 50 Recycle Academy started. So I started an academy where I now teach. Oh my God, this is not for. So I started an academy where I teach people how to recycle PET bottles. That same 2002, I bought a bigger property in Eleme where I was hoping that would be my main site for recycling. And of course, I shared the story on social media and everywhere. That put me on another level. People were sending messages telling me that they wanted to be part of what I was doing, that they're interested in starting their own recycling business. So that 2022, I figured that okay, it's time to really put this together and start teaching people. So I started putting together a course while also building my new factory in Eleme. So one day while I was coming back from that factory, I had an accident. I was coming back with my cousin. We got to the Eleme Bridge, and a truck hit us. A truck carrying a container hit us, pushed us into the river. My cousin died at the spot. I survived. My cousin didn't say that. He was unalived. I survived, and because of the accident, I couldn't continue with training. So there was a lady that I paid then to help me put together the training, and I can't find that lady. I can't remember her name. So because of my Instagram that they put that one time, so that lady helped me announce to all the people that paid, because at then over 50 people had already paid for the class, and then I was charging 200,000 for the class. So not that I brought it down to 50K. So about 200 people had already paid for the class then, and those were my first students. Some pay 150, some pay 200. They started with 200, they reduced to 150 and brought it down to 100 before it came to 50. So these guys were worried about me, my safety and all that. So at some point I came out, I told them I was safe. And a few months later we held, the course was ready. I took advice from that same lady to digitalize it instead of just having a physical class. I should turn it to a digital product so that people can access it. So I had to find a way to record myself, all the mistakes I've made in the business, my experience in the past, all the things that I've done, my success stories, everything that I've done in the business. I had to record it, and then I had to host it on Seller as a course. And I also figured that a lot of people wanted to ask questions, so I opened the Telegram group and added it to it. So that way, if you are done with the course, you can come to the Telegram group and just talk about the things that you've learned and maybe experience that you have, while in the business and all that. A community where people can respond to people can help people and all that. That was why I built on Telegram, and it's been an amazing experience. So since then, right? So in 2023, there's after 1 year of starting the academy, and the plastic was like online course. WROC was already a blast. I decided to create a second course, as per popular demand, and that was how I came up with OPWROC, which is other plastic waste recycling online course. Remember the first course, which is PPWROC, is for teaching people how to recycle PET bottles in the local markets. So those who want to learn how to recycle PET bottles in the local market will register for PPWROC, PET plastic waste recycling online course. The link is in my bio right now. If you click my bio, you will see the link, and that link you give you the list of other courses, all the courses that I offer, and then you click the one that is best for you, read about it, and then pay, right? So I came up with other plastic waste recycling online course where I teach people how to recycle sachet water, shrink wraps. These are shrink wraps. This is a shrink wrap. This is called shrink wrap. So how to recycle shrink wraps, how to recycle plates, chairs, bowl, gallons, those hard plastics. There are different types of plastics. You can't mix them together when recycling. So Yeah, that was what I was doing on that other plastic waste, and they are both online, you know. So people went through those courses and a lot of testimonials. If you go to the comment section of PWRC or PWRC or where they're rating, you see that they're rating it 5 star, and people are saying they got value for their money. A lot of people had so many good things to say about the courses that I offer. You know, 2024, which is last year, I decided to take it a step higher, and that's where I put together a VIP class where I teach people how to export pet bottles, how to export these things where they don't use and finish to where people go gather and bring them to you. You go buy them, you go now process them and export it. Now at that level, at the export level, bro, no be beans, no be my mind. You need to have money. That level no be management level. PPWROC, which is plastic waste recycling, after that course you can start without money. OPWROC, which is other plastic waste recycling course, after that course you can start without money. But you see, when it comes to exports, you must have money. The more money you have, the better, right? So I came up with PEP plastic waste PPWEC, which is PEP plastic waste export class, where I teach wealthy people how to export PET bottles. So if you're interested in that one, it's happening on the 28th and 29th of November this month. Registration deadline on the 17th. This is the 4th cohort. The first cohort was in January this year. The second cohort was the first cohort was in March last year. Second cohort was, we had about 15-20 people, I can't remember, in attendance, because this export class has the virtual and the physical side. So if you don't want to, you cannot come to Nigeria. It is for Africans. Anywhere you live in Africa, you can start an export business there. You can start exporting waste from there. So that class is designed for Africans who want to start waste recycling and export business anywhere they live in Africa. That's a VIP class. It's for VIPs. It's not just as a class, it's an opportunity to meet with people that are doing well, people that are like-minded people, right? That's what it's about, you know. So the first cohort was last year March, second cohort was September last year. You know, this year was supposed to be March, but I had some health issues, so I postponed it to May. So we did that in May, and then now we're having the 4th course, which is happening in the month of November. It's supposed to be September, because this class happens only March and September, 2 times in a year, because it's an expensive class. It's a VIP class. We provide you hotel, feeding, there's airport pickup, airport drop-off, there's armed security men who are there to protect everybody. I don't want to hear story, I don't want to hear the kidnappers for here. So just to that precaution, we make sure that we have armed men around. Anybody can attend. If you're coming from outside Africa, outside Nigeria, we can help you with visa assistance. We can help you, give you invitation letter so you can apply for your visa and come to Nigeria. We'll pick you once you get to the Port Harcourt airport. There will be a vehicle waiting for you to arrive. The price is $1,500 for the physical class and $1,000 for the virtual class. That is for the VIP class. 2.5 million and 1.5 million naira. As you pay, you don't pay for your hotel, feeding, transportation, everything. You just carry back and come. Just bring only back and come and learn how to export waste. For you to be in that class, you must have minimum of 50 million naira to 60 million naira or $40,000. That's the minimum you can use to start the export business. You must have that money, or you get plans, or you get land where you go sell later, where you go use raise the money, or you get house where you want to sell later. But you must have in mind that you must have that kind of money for you to go into export. If you don't have that kind of money, you cannot go into export. Export requires money. If you cannot afford export, start with the local business. I started locally. I didn't jump into export. I started small, and then I grew the business to the level where I started exporting, right? And the truth is that the money that you pay to register is part of it is your hotel, your feeding, your transportation. That's why we don't do refund after payment. Once you pay, you are paid. Because once you pay, we start paying logistics, we pay for your hotel, we make sure that everything is available, so that will not be that the way you come. You go say food no day for me to eat in the evening when you arrive, or the next day there is no meal, there is break, tea break, there is lunch, there is dinner. The next day that you are leaving is 2 days, so you are going to be here for 3 good days, and we are the one taking care of your bills until you leave, right? So that's the thing. So link is in my bio. Click that link. You will see the trainings, and then we have a clarity call section that happens on Tuesdays only. The clarity call session is something I came up with when I started having people who want to have one-on-one with me. So they want to ask questions, people that want to invest big into the business and they don't know where to start, or they don't know the material they want to recycle. There are so many waste materials to recycle. I don't just recycle only PET bottles. I have only courses on PET bottles, fumes, and other hard plastics. But there are other materials like tires, sack bags, so many materials, and I'm putting together trainings for those ones, so I can teach people who want to go into recycling of such materials. I don't understand how YouTube live works, so I don't even know if I'm live or not. Okay, all right, I think I'm live. So, you know, so that's that. So if you're interested in getting, so yeah, I was talking about clarity session. So the clarity session is a section that I bring out every Tuesday, 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. It's 1 hour per person, unless you decide to pay for 2 hours. You can ask me any question you want. I will respond, as long as it's not into the expert class question that you're asking me. But anything that has to do with how you can, I've had people consult from the US, Canada, UK, people that even went into waste recycling in Canada that consulted through that, clarity session. It's a 1 hour section where you ask me questions and I respond. I advise you on what I think is best for you. So you want to go into waste recycling and you don't know the material to focus on, I would advise you, in that clarity section. So if you're interested in that, like I said, link is in my bio. Click the link in my bio. You will see all these trainings. Waste recycling is still a very lucrative business. There's a lot of opportunity. As long as human beings live in an area, there would always be waste. And that screams opportunity. Look at the number of people who have living in the world. And, I'm going to see if I can find a way to bring out all these other courses on tire recycling, on sack bag recycling, on so many materials you can recycle. So many, right? But I always recommend that you start with PET bottles. Start with learning how to recycle PET bottles. It's the first step. When you start with PET bottles, you can go into other ones. Don't just jump it. Don't jump it. Take your time, enjoy the journey, and let's do it, right? I believe I've been able to see the services we offer. And then when you are done with the training and you have money to buy equipment, we are here for you. We have recycling equipment that are available for sale, both used and brand new. If you don't have it, we will pre-order it and get it delivered to you within 90 days, right? We sell one of the best baling machines in the whole of the whole continent, the best quality. We have a baling machine that has a label that comes with both electric motor and a generator. Nobody sells that in the whole of Africa. It comes with an electric motor and a generator at the same time. So that means it saves you the cost of setting up. It saves you the cost of setting up. So that way anybody can set up an aggregation point easily without spending too much, right? Without spending too much. But when we started, for you to set up a irrigation site, you have to buy a generator, buy the machine. If you're going into baling or crushing machine. So we have these things, the ones that come with generator, so you don't need to buy generator anymore. And I have one that comes with electric motor and a generator. Yeah. So if you're interested in all these things, anything that has to do, we have skills. Joe, let me have one of the skills. We also sell digital skills. We also sell nets. All the things that you need, anything that you need that has to do with recycling. Thank you. So these are, yeah. So anything that has to do with waste recycling, anything you need, holla at us. We are here to train you. We are here to sell equipment to you. Anything that has to do with waste recycling. Yeah. So if you're interested in waste recycling, we are your one-stop shop for anything that has to do with waste recycling, right? Yes, and of course, like I said earlier, we also have properties for sale. We buy land. We're into land banking. We buy and live. It's something that I always enjoy all my life. buy land, leave it to appreciate over some years, and then resell them. These are properties owned by us, you know. So if you are interested in them, like the new Banana Highland of Port Harcourt, it is called Banana Highland, not Island. Banana Highland because of the topography of the land. You know, it's a bit in a high place, and there's a river by the side and all that. So we named it Banana Highland. It's selling at a rapid speed. Some people are selling at 45, 50. We have cheaper properties for you there. You know, it's one of the best places to invest in if you live in Port Harcourt. Take my word for it. In the next 5 years, it will be mad. It will be very expensive. You know, now that there's a road connecting that place to Refinery Road, but directly opposite my office, the road leads you straight to Woji. It's a new road, right? So if you're in Port Harcourt and you want to invest into that property, holla at me. We'll have a couple of properties for sale, 25, 30, and thereabouts. We can show you that, and it comes with both documentation, survey, and all that. So once you pay, you're not doing documentation, you're not doing survey anymore. Yeah. So yeah, those are the things that we offer, and like I said, we sell waste recycling equipment, heavy equipment. We are into crane lifting and all that. So let me know if you need any of our services. We're always here to serve you, right? God bless you all. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, both YouTube, you have any questions on TikTok, please ask. I am here to answer you. If you have any question in terms of with respect to waste recycling, please ask. I'll be happy to respond. All right. In the absence of any question, I'm going to end this live for today. You know, I'll come back again some other time when I have time. I'll also come live here. I'm ready to come live on TikTok more. Yeah, I'm trying to build a community of waste recyclers here. So I'm learning how to come on TikTok more. So talk about the services that we offer. All right. If you don't talk about your services, nobody will patronize you. And that's, for me, social media is a tool, you know, for you to advertise what you sell. We have over 5 billion people on social media. So, you know, what best to do with it than to advertise it. If you see me, ever see me dancing, check my hand. There, I'm selling something. All right. You. Okay. That'll be. Some people said, okay. Invite to join your life as a guest. Alright. Jojo of Africa. Small Charles. Small Charles was sending me roses. Thank you very much, my guy. Alright, guys. So, I guess that's it for today. Well, for now. I'm gonna go off any moment from now. My YouTube live, I don't even know if this is my first time I'm going live on YouTube, and they always tell me to go live on YouTube. You know. So anything that has to do with waste recycling, 50 Seed is there for you. 50 Seed is there for you. That's our company's name, 50 Seed. Can you guys see it? That's our company name, 50 Seed. Anything waste recycling, anything waste recycling equipment, waste recycling training, we are here for you 100%. We have experience. We've been in the business of waste recycling since 2018. That's a very long time. Please, David, follow up on ability. We need them to pick up that plastic and go and pick up another place. This is 1 o'clock already, you know. 2 o'clock, no now. It's taking too much time. Alright, guys, so I gotta go. Alright, I hope I've been able to respond to some of your questions and all that. I know somebody sent me a message. I'll respond to your message soon. So if you want to go into waste cycling and you need our training, please click the link in my bio. Click link in my bio. You want to go into waste recycling and you don't know how to go about it. You don't know how to go about it. We are here to help you with that. We offer trainings. We also sell waste recycling equipment. Click link in my bio. You know to uh, click the link in my bio, please, guys. Thank you. What did he say?
Huh?
What did he say?
So the man bring back more of the material.
Why didn't you confirm if they bag before you said the truck?
I asked him.
Eh?
I asked him.
And he said what?
He said they bagged just remaining just 2 jumbo bags.
Please tell him that we're never going to send the vehicle again until he sends a video of what he has so I will confirm. How can you just send the vehicle to go and park there? Eh? We have a lot of people on this live stream. I didn't know. Oh, really? Thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go. It's time for me to leave. I have other stuff to do. Stay blessed. Have a beautiful day. Until next time. I love you guys. Bye. Alright.